Okay guys, so what we're gonna do now, we'll take a walk around the village of Bacalar, at least on that main street that's next to the lake, and we'll see what's happening over there, just so that everyone can get a nice street view. So we're exiting the park over here. You'll find a lot of places where they have restaurants, beach clubs, and also they'll solicit you to go in there and all that. But we're just gonna go take a walk up here. I think we can exit somewhere around here. We should be able to. So what's characteristic here, you hear these mourning doves. Look at this. These are bamboo stalks. This is bamboo. Crazy. Apparently snails can be found here. So, interesting. So they have accommodation here next to the waterfront. Wow, look at that. Yeah, this too is a known tourist area, but obviously it's much more quiet than Tulum. So again, whoever wants to come down to Tulum. Oh, look at this butterfly here. Look at this species of butterfly. Some kind of a black butterfly. Again, like I said, whoever comes out down to Tulum should definitely take that bus ride, which is 3 hours south from Tulum to Lake Bacalar, where you can take a dip in that beautiful lagoon, and then you have this waterfront here. So there we see the lake. People are paddling on that blue lagoon. Just magnificent, spectacular stuff. There are taxis all over the place, of course. Costa Maya. So that'll be the taxi. Costa Maya is the name of this region here. Mahahual, Bacalar, all of that. You know, there's also, I think, some kind of a national park on the border with Belize. I think in Belize it's called Park Bacalar Chico, something like that. And then here I have no clue what it's called. Hijos del Cocho. Okay, here they advertise all the different restaurants on this strip. What's this? Wow, some kind of a wire hanging. Look at this, guys. They have sushi here. They have a nice sushi restaurant, and the other one is El Paraíso, Hotelito El Paraíso. I get the view of the lake. Careful here.
Yeah.
But yeah, this is like a nice little tourist town. Kind of like Mahahual, but very different from Mahahual. A lot more quiet. There's less soliciting. You know, obviously there's soliciting just like everywhere else. But in Mahahual, literally, you know, the moment that you step off of that cruise ship, they'll be all over you. They'll be trying to sell you something at a premium price. Obviously, here it's not like that. Here it's more relaxed. So the hotels will be here, I'm guessing. Hola, hola. And yeah, interesting. Navieros Bacalar. Ah, yeah, I'm guessing they rent out boats. Lunch, buenas, buenas. Different restaurants. So look, there's some kind of a park down here too.
Yeah.
I wonder what that is. This is a ceiba tree. I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm gonna ask. Buenas amigos. Este árbol es el árbol de ceiba.
Sí, es la ceiba.
Ah, bueno, es el árbol de los indios mayas. El árbol sagrado. Ah, gracias por esa información. Que tengan un buen día.
Hasta luego. Es el portal hacia el inframundo.
¿Cómo?
El portal hacia el inframundo.
El portal hacia el mundo.
Hacia el inframundo.
Claro, claro. So that's it. So those guys confirmed to me that this is a ceiba tree right here. So when I was in Nicaragua, I found the tree. I thought that was a ceiba, but it wasn't. But this here is definitely a ceiba tree, and those guys confirmed that to me. Look how big this is. Look at this tree trunk. Look at this. So this tree was the sacred Mayan tree, and as they're saying, is the portal to the world. This tree, the Mayans were forbidden to cut down this tree because it was sacrilege. But look at it. Look at that. Yeah. Look at that tree trunk, how big it is. It's magnificent, spectacular. Wow. I never thought that.
There's another one here, right?
There's another one here. Yeah, this one is smaller, younger, obviously.
Younger.
So, what's characteristic about the ceiba? It's actually related to cacao. It's in the same family as cacao. Yeah, and durian also.
Oh, lovely.
Durian. Who would have thought? Lovely, I know.
Cacao
But
and
I had the
durian
cacao
are
and
the
durian.
same family.
They are. Yeah, but I had to mention it. Unbelievable. Wow. This is just crazy stuff. So here, what do we have here? Another dock. Similar to what we found back there. We're gonna walk there anyway because Helen's gonna wait back because she doesn't feel like stepping on these floating docks. Here we have a coconut. Look at that, several coconuts. Just amazing, unbelievable. Who would have thought that you can find this like a lake but in a tropical setting? Who would have thought? So obviously, if we ever come back to this region, we'll stay either in Bacalar or in Macajual, in either one of those two places. And we'll Tulum is okay, but we're fine, we're okay. We've seen Tulum. Oh, look at this wasp nest. Crazy stuff. Crazy. So these wasps made a nest, or bees. Actually, I saw those bees up on the dock above the lake where we were. So they made their nest right there. All different species that I've never seen before. Alright, we're continuing our walk down the waterfront avenue or waterfront street in Bacalar. So we recorded the ceiba tree. Crazy stuff, I can't believe I was able to finally find the ceiba and of course record myself in front of it and all that, knowing that the ceiba is so sacred to the Mayans. That tree has particular meaning. So I don't even know where it grows in the wild. Oh, look at the dogs. Look at the dogs right there. I don't know where it grows in the wild, but yeah, that tree has spiritual meaning. It has a spiritual value, and it's the portal to the world, as those guys confirmed over there. That's what the Mayans say, at least. Let's see what else is here. Here, I don't think there's much more around here. Yeah, just like a few shops, a few restaurants. I think that's about it. Marina El Eden.
Hola amigos, tengo una información para
Hola, 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 ¿qué tal?
Tenemos recorridos por la laguna. Estamos
La
a punto de
laguna, ya fuimos dentro en el lago. Hay como ¿cómo se dice? Un castillo alrededor.
salir 100 metros allá adelante.
Sí, 100 metros de acá. Ah, bueno, gracias. So, the guy confirmed that there's a castle 100 meters from here, an old colonial Spanish castle, so we want to see that. But look at that, there's a park, there's even a park that goes down
Yeah,
there.
it's probably
Bacalar en siglo 15 para el año. Okay, so this talks about the history, about the Mayan history and the Spanish colonial time. Wow, interesting. Okay, so let's go take a look at the castle. So the castle apparently was built by the Spaniards in the colonial times in the 16th century. It's 100 meters from here, according to what the guy said. Oh, here's the noni. Okay, so the noni would be this fruit here. That's the disgusting, stinky fruit. And this here, I have no idea what that is. But
looks kind of like a lime.
yeah, it looks kind of like a. Oh, it's not a lime. I don't think
No,
it's a lime. It has different leaves. And this is. These are dates. I think that's what it looks like. Let's go take a look at the Spanish castle in Bacalar. What a great tropical setting. You guys have no clue how much I'm enjoying this. I think when I finally go to Venezuela, I'll stay there. You know, I just won't come back. Obviously I will, but you know what I mean. And there's the castle. There's the Spanish castle. I think that's what that is. Aha. Aha, aha. Interesting. Felipe Fuerte, San Felipe Bacalar. So let's go take a look at that. Bacalar, there's even the map of the town here. Again, we see commercials for that sushi restaurant. That makes you wonder how good that is. You know, I mean, sushi is sushi, but how good can sushi be here? These are the remnants of the Spanish castle, I would assume. Tu Chetumal. Okay, this is the map of the town, village. Let's go take a look. Huh. Okay, so it was, I guess, like one of those typical colonial fortresses. Helen, you'll be okay to climb the stairs here?
Yeah.
Good, good, yeah. So, we're happy to announce Helen's knee is feeling a lot better, so she can climb up hills now. There's the castle. Look at that, what a splendid, what does it say here? Okay, okay, it was a photograph that was taken by a citizen of Bacalar, but I guess not much more than that. Although, yeah, it's great. Oh, look at the view of the lagoon from here.
Yeah,
Look at
wow.
that. Ah, this is great. You know what? I'm gonna take a picture of this.
Yeah.
I have to. Aye. Okay. There we go. So I got a picture of that view of the lagoon. Ah, here we see the cannons, the Spanish cannons. They were defending, again, same principle as what we saw in Granada in Nicaragua. So presumably some types of pirates would come from that direction. So this was all Spanish land, but because we are close to the Caribbean Sea, the English pirates would presumably attack from that direction. Then once they would come to this lake, to the lagoon, it'd be so easy for them to raid this town, this settlement. So hence the Spaniards built a fortification up here, and from here they could see the entire surrounding area. Crazy stuff. Let me get some shade. Ah, must be burning by now. Look at that, guys. Look at that blue lagoon. What a lovely, lovely view. Just magnificent, unbelievable. What bird is that? We bought pozol. We bought pozol with cacao from that store over there. So this would be pozol. What that is basically, it's a drink. It's a corn-based drink, kind of like a chicha, but it has cacao. So mixing corn with cacao was common practice for a lot of Central and South American cultures. So the cacao in Mexico is grown mostly in the state of Tabasco. Here we're in Quintana Roo, and they've confirmed to me that they don't have any cacao trees in Quintana Roo. It's rare. I mean, they have, but it's really hard to find. So this pozol, the cacao trees. Oh, look at that, guys! Look at that. The picture of Bacalar, and then you have the lake in the background. Crazy stuff. They confirmed to me that this cacao comes from Tabasco, from the state of Tabasco. Too bad, because you know I would have loved to see cacao trees around here, cacao fruit. The fruit of cacao, I don't know if you guys knew this, but the actual fruit, if you ever had a chance to try the fruit, it doesn't taste like chocolate at all. It tastes like a Jolly Rancher candy. It's a great taste. You've tried it.
No, I haven't tried it.
Okay. So when you open the cacao fruit, you have the seeds, and around the seeds you have this white flesh, the fruit. So when you eat that, it's amazing. You know, it's a great taste. But look at this park. Look at all this. Crazy, crazy, crazy. Unbelievable. This is like paradise. Another ceiba tree over there, smaller one, but it's also a ceiba tree. I think that other street might be over there. Escuela Primaria Cecilio Chi. So let's continue with our tour of Bacalar. Again, this tour is, as you can see, it's very, it's a real time. So we are learning this at the same time that we're giving a tour. So it's not really a tour. It's mostly us. It's reality TV. That's what it is. It's us learning about the settlement of Bacalar. All those trees here. What's this? Escuela Primaria TM Cecilio Chi. So that's typically a Mayan last name. Look at that. Look at that. So Bacalar has much more than just the lakefront. This would be that that restaurant area where presumably it's happening at night. Oh, what do we have here? Are these No, they're not coconuts. These are dates. The sun is strong, so we're we're walking in the early afternoon, so obviously we have the sun shining on us, but it's worth it. It's worth it to be able to visit this lovely village, town, whatever it is. Even here it looks colonial. It's fascinating stuff. Palacio Municipal, that will be the town hall, the city hall. That's I'm guessing the very center of Bacalar. That's what it looks like.
Even down there's like shops and stuff.
Yeah, you want to go take a look?
Sure, yeah.
Let's go, might as well.
Walk over there.
Might as well walk over there. Let's walk on this side, the shade. Ice cream shop.
You like ice cream?
Oh yeah, we love ice cream, right? Heladeria. But yeah, this looks, I mean, obviously, it looks a lot more Caribbean than Mexican, because that's what it is when we're in the Caribbean, we're in Mexico, but in a special part of Mexico. The state of Quintana Roo is that Caribbean part of Mexico that's exposed to the Caribbean Sea. So whenever they get hurricanes in the Caribbean, this state gets hit hard. Happens quite often. Look at this. Look at this restaurant here. Tacos. Interesting concept. Souvenirs. El manatee. The manatee, that's that animal that lives in the water, a relative of the elephant. Sushi roll. So that will be that restaurant that they were advertising all over the place. The sushi shop. Here it is. Interesting. I guess this ends pretty much down there, because we were in the very center where the town hall was, and once we get here, that's where the residential areas start. That's what it looks like. So here you can buy fruit. You have like some kind of mini markets, because people stay here, right? They stay in hotels here. Why not? Much better than Tulum. So might as well come here. Noroña es pueblo. Farmacia Guadalupe. Nice. Oh wow! Look, they have a church here. So this is kind of like Valladolid. So this will be, I guess, the church of that barrio. Barrio right there. Gracias. That'll be the church here. So, as you know by now, every one of those colonial towns in Spanish America, the way it was designed, each neighborhood had its church. So each barrio or neighborhood had its church. So presumably this will be that church for this neighborhood of Bacalar, but I don't really know. Okay, so here we're in some local area. You see here, they offer ceviches and all of that. So yeah, so I think that's mostly residential. It continues down there.